Hey everybody, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. You know I do. Pretty decent day here today. Still expecting rain and thunderstorms. I guess it is what it is this time of year, right? I get kind of right to the point. Number one, I do appreciate you being here. You know I do. Look, when there's no longer any power, total grid down, no power, your generator's out of fuel, you have security cameras that technically, you can't use because maybe you didn't charge your phone, because there's always an app on your phone to see some of these cameras that are out there, even the ones using solar power. The ones with solar power at the camera keeps the camera going, but if you can't visualize and see what it's seeing, then what good are it, right? There's a camera. It's a trail camera and dual antennas. And this puppy is like the P300 trail cam. It generates its own Wi-Fi, okay? Now you're talking when your Wi-Fi's down, your internet's down, your power's down. Number one, you have to have a power generator, a solar power, small little generator, so that you can keep it fully charged, and so you can keep your rechargeable batteries fully charged, because that's a biggie, But this particular one comes with an app. It gets on your phone. And with this solar generator, you can keep your phone fully charged. You can keep the batteries fully charged for the camera. And you would probably need, I'm guessing, maybe 4 cameras. If you have a homestead here, a house, whatever, you're going to want one in each corner. Guess you could do with 3. You could do with 1, 2, 3. Probably cover the same kind of areas, just about what you'd need. They're like, I don't know, 60, 70 bucks a piece, granted. A little expensive, a little more. In some places you can, spend a fortune on these things. But this one generates its own Wi-Fi signal, okay? Now, a lot of them out there don't do that, but this one does. And it can give you, on its normal range and stuff, it's 165 feet. Now, that may be enough, that may be enough. But you can get a range extender and extend that out to almost 250 feet. That'll have to do. It is what it is. And but you can keep an eye on what's going on outside your little homestead or your home or wherever you're at. And that's more important. It is. It's worth its weight in gold to know what's going on. This camera has night vision, its color. It's really, really cool. And it's worth a look at, and all of these are worth a look at. But when you do look at them, these trail cameras or other kind of cameras, they do cost more if you go different routes. But you're going to pay a lot more. And my firm belief is you don't want the cheapest thing out there, because I'd rather not rely on something that just may or may not work, for a little while. I'd rather rely on something that I know is pretty much going to work. And that's just the way it is. So you have to pay a little bit more. It's worth it. Do it now while you can, while you have discretionary funds, hopefully. And you can get us some of these things. But look them up. You can look them up. They're at Lowe's. They're at Home Depot. You can get them on Amazon. They're cool. And it's worth checking into, because if you're out there and you want to know what's going on and you have no power, none whatsoever, this little solar generator, with its solar panels, keep that fully charged. That'll keep your rechargeable battery packs fully charged, your phone fully charged. And if you buy this one particular trail cam, and I'm sure they all come with it, they have their own app, and you can see what's going on, and the information and all that, and the pictures and the mini shorts, video shorts that they take, saves on your phone. And what you don't want, delete them. Save space on your phone. But it's just seriously, knowing what's going on. I'm a firm believer in drones, and if you don't have a ways to keep your drone batteries charged, then yeah, we're good as a drone. But with this item, the solar, we get the solar little battery, because that's what they are, is a battery. You keep it fully charged. You can charge your drone batteries, because they're all rechargeable. And like I said, you can recharge anything that's rechargeable, that you need. And technically, you should have rechargeable batteries in an SHtF situation, because, the other ones, unless you've got a boatload of them, I mean a real boatload of them, you're going to run out, they're going to reuse, and then they're gone. You chuck them. Well, good are they? So rechargeable, can't go wrong. So that's just kind of like my my view and thoughts. When you don't have Wi-Fi and you don't have internet, you have no power, that's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it, and you still have to have the solar generator, the small one, you still have to have that because you have to charge the batteries, to the cameras. But you're going to have to physically go down there, right, and change batteries. Of course, you're still going to have to do that anyways, which is why you don't want to do it alone in wherever you're staying, wherever you're at, your location. You don't want to be alone. You want to have family members or really, really good friends that are going to be there, because you never want to go out to where your cameras are to pull the battery and change it with being alone. During an SHtF, anything can happen anytime, anywhere, for any given reason. And, if you're kind of out in the country a little bit, you could be subject to more prey because you are out in the country, okay? It's just something to think about, Get these cameras that have their own built-in Wi-Fi. There's not a lot of them out there for sale, but you can find them. And that's just my suggestion to the, no power, you have no power. That's my suggestion to cure that problem. So, all right then, hey, look, thank you very much for coming by. I appreciate it. Until next time, be good, be careful, enjoy, and cover your six, man. Cover your six. And we'll talk at you later.